Climate change is one of the most serious man-made crises facing the world today, and also one of the greatest threats to our planet. The amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere is now much higher than it was in the past. At the same time, forests around the world are being destroyed at an alarming rate. These forests are important because they help absorb carbon dioxide and protect the balance of our environment. As human activities continue to increase, the climate of our planet is slowly changing. Climate change is not just an environmental problem. It is a problem that affects the future of all living things on Earth, including humans, animals, and the natural environment that we depend on for survival. While climate change is a global issue, its effect can be also seen here in Malaysia. As climate change becomes more visible in Malaysia, many organizations and communities are taking action to protect the environment. To learn more about these efforts, our team visited an environmental NGO and joined a community cleanup activity.
At 9 a.m., we arrived at Taman Melawati River 3 Alliance, where they met the organizers, Mr. Ken and Mrs. Xuan. The organizers gave an introduction outlining the activities planned for the day. The participants were then divided into two groups. The first group, consisting of Darnesh and Aaron, was led by Mrs. Xuan to the riverside. They were tasked with removing weeds to prepare the area for planting new seedlings along the riverbank. During this activity, Aaron and Darnesh gained a new experience as Mrs. Xuan taught them an effective technique for pulling out weeds. The most crucial part of the task was not just removing the weeds, but also extracting coconuts from the ground, as these would interfere with the growth of the seedlings. After clearing the area, the group marked the plot with SDG signs to prevent others from disturbing it. While waiting for the second group to complete their task, Mrs. Xuan sent Aaron and Darnesh to collect rubbish along the main street near the river. Meanwhile, the second group, which consisted of Eric and Gan, were led by Mr. Ken. They were assigned to unbox new power tools that have been purchased to help build a water system for a school that the organization plans to collaborate with in the future. While doing their tasks, they finally realized how important sorting different types of rubbish in order to recycle them are. This is because if either one of the items have a defect such as cellophane tape on them, it will be immediately rejected and sent to the landfill. After completing their assigned tasks, both groups worked together with Mr. Ken and Mrs. Xuan to install a motion-activated camera that was built by Eric and Gan together with Mr. Ken. The camera was designed to monitor the wildlife around the riverside. They were also introduced by Mrs. Xuan to Light Mirror Night, an initiative aimed at raising awareness about wildlife through visual displays.
Hello, I'm Xuan, co-founder of Alliance of River Tree on river ecosystem biodiversity restoration. Ken was my friend. He's still my friend. He invited me to join the first cleanup at the Mid-Valley River Tree SDG Park, which is on Sunday. And since then, we started and continued the weekly Gotong Royong Education by Action at Mid-Valley River Tree. And day after, I continue to join the same graduation at this Taman Melawati River Tree SDG Park. And as I joined, and along the way, I learned a lot, pick up new skills, and I understand better about how nature is an asset that we need to treasure because it's very precious for our livelihood to sustain ourselves, and then how we can tap on this nature asset to boost our country economy instead of damaging and tarnishing it. one very memorable that I still remember until now is one of the biodiversity restoration edu action work that we do is that we give out some of the flower pots, which is pollinator friendly, for the participants, volunteers to bring it back to their where they live, to promote and also to encourage the young one at home to cultivate flowers. And I did not expect that this young adult who has a family with 2 young children, he listened to our advice. He will follow the step that we have shared it here, which is to food waste composting into the flower pot. And the young kids at home sees the parents do that and they do the same. And from one flower pot until now, it has been flourished into a garden at their house. And he recently just shared that with me this year because he sent me a greetings of the Chinese New Year. And I am very grateful and I'm so humble and proud that what we advocate, what we implement, people really make the decision to take action and cultivate this as their habit at where they work and where they live. And this is a very memorable experience for me. You need clean air, you need clean water, and you need food to sustain ourselves. And we need these all are given by the nature, right? So if we need this affordably, without paying high cost to sustain our livelihood, we need to do our part. If we only rely on other people, other organizations, or just the government to do it, so how if you work and live in the space that is not clean, is polluted, are you not going to do anything, or you still wait for someone else to take the action? You want to live in a clean and a healthy environment, a peaceful environment, a friendly neighborhood, then first you have to take the action to show people, this is what I cultivate in what I would like to live in. So that's the reason why you should not wait for someone else to create or do something better. It can always start with you.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Michael. I'm the founder of the Alliance of River Tree. And this afternoon, we're here with students from Sunway University Foundation, and they're doing a little interview about what we do. It's a long story, so I'm going to simplify it. So our main mission is to restore the upstream of the Klang River, which is behind us, maybe about 10 meters away. We're midstream of the upstream, maybe 3 kilometers that way is the foot of the Klang Gates Dam where the Klang River starts, and maybe another 2 kilometers down this way to the border where Finas or Zunegara or the Middle Ring Road is. It's approximately 5 kilometers. So that's the upstream section of the Klang River in Taman Melawati, which we want to restore to as close as possible to its original condition. And the original condition was what it was like when I moved here in 1977 as a 6-year-old. The place that was standing here was all jungle. There was nothing, like the entire area, there was nothing built except a bunch of houses over there. So over the last 48 years, this river has been progressively damaged. So we want to restore it to as close as possible to its original condition. In one way we do it, you asked about the mission. The mission is to use placemaking, where we also employ the river tree concept, which is to build amenities that can bring people to the river. This morning you used the trail, which is one of the amenities. And then community, you are part of the community. And then in economy, which is trading value. So today, you're doing all this stuff, you're staying extra hours, Shen is buying you lunch. So this is a type of economy that we use that works for us to do what we want to do. And then the last part is to educate the households and the people living in this area to care for the river, because the river is our main source of potable water or raw water. And the Klang River is part of the Klang River Basin, obviously, and it's the most important catchment for raw water. So if the river is damaged upstream, imagine if I'm throwing poison and oil and all kinds of crap into the river here, there's no point to try and save the river downstream. So that's basically the mission. There's two people in government, right? 100% of the problems, and I've said this to every government agency, whether it's the local government, state government, federal government, ministers, they cause 100% of the problems. And let me explain, right? Why? Do you have permission or power to find someone? Do you? If I want to build a school, can you give me a permit?
No,
Who can?
the government.
So if you have power, then you have responsibility. So everything nice, yes, you can take credit for. Everything that goes wrong, you have to take the blame for. Right? That's logic. Now, the other 100% is our fault. Right? So I'll give you an example. Did anyone ask anybody to throw that in the drain there?
No,
Who do you think?
us.
Unlikely it would be a teacher.
Yeah,
Unlikely it would be the cleaner. Unlikely it would be the gardener.
it's probably a student.
Who forced them to? Did I stick a gun to your head? If you don't do it, I'll blow your brains out.
Nobody.
So you amplify this across the country in all areas. People who smoke and throw the cigarette butts everywhere. People who litter. This morning, Eric, what did we do? We peeled off things, right? I could have just dumped everything into the garbage. Sure, garbage done, right? But you saw me even picking up the small covers, right? Because if not, I created that. I created that problem in the environment. So 100% government's fault, 100% our fault. Those are our two biggest challenges.
After volunteering for the first time, we all felt really fulfilled with what we did today, even though we were all tired from all the weed removal and rubbish pickup. We were also glad to have met both Mr. Ken and Mrs. Chuen, and hoped that they would continue to work towards their goal earnestly. And we were all proud of ourselves for stepping out of our comfort zone and experiencing something new. Climate change is not just a global problem. It's something that is already affecting our environment, our communities, and our future here in Malaysia. But there is still hope. When people work together and take climate action, even small efforts can create real change. Every action matters, reducing waste, protecting nature, and caring for the earth. Because the planet we protect today will be the home of our future generations tomorrow. So the question is not whether we can act. The question is whether we will act in time.